Hello, I'm Doug here in Juniper Level Botanic Garden, the home of Plant Delights Nursery. And cyclamen, some of the cyclamen are a real feature of the fall garden. And this is one of the most common ones and the one that's easiest to grow, so a good one to start with if you're new to cyclamen. This is Cyclamen hederifolium. Hederifolium referring to foliage that looks like hedera, which is ivy, as in English ivy. And the leaves are fairly ivy-shaped. In Cyclamen hederifolium, even the wild types never have a plain green leaf. They always have some degree of silver patterning in the foliage, and some of the garden selections have solid silver leaves. And also amongst the garden selections are some variations in leaf shapes, such as ones with very narrow leaves. Cyclamen grow from a big sort of tuberous corm that's underground or right at ground level. They don't multiply the way that most bulbs multiply, like daffodils and crocus and gladiolus. You plant one bulb, and in years to come there's many of them. The corm, the tuber, just gets bigger. They only reproduce from seed, and there are a number of seedlings here. We try to collect the seed for nursery production, but we don't always get every last one of them. And the cyclamen bloom up on a tall scape, the leafless flower stalk, and once the flower gets pollinated, they start to coil down until they become a really tight coil at ground level. They draw the fruit, the part of the plant that bears seeds, down to ground level, and there they will be safer than if they were up in the air. That coil remains really tight until about mid-spring, when the fruit is ripe, and then it relaxes and the fruit bursts open, and the seeds are either collected by the seed collector working here in the garden, or spread about by ants and other little creatures on the ground. Cyclamen hederifolium's peak bloom is September, October, November. They'll start blooming lightly as early as July, and they'll continue blooming lightly into December, but you have 3 months of bloom like this. The plants are summer dormant, so they're very tolerant of a dry, shady location because they don't need any moisture in the summer. And then the foliage is beautiful all winter long. It's a real asset in the garden. And then the whole plant goes dormant about mid to late spring, and returns in the late summer. And this is one big plant that's making a knockout display, but I think when it comes to cyclamen, why just have one when you could have like masses of them? Really good under deciduous shrubs and similar situations. Thank you for your time in the garden today, and I hope to see you again soon.